disappearing 3 years ago, and they disappear without a trace.
An attack without warning.
Earth will be incinerated.
An evil without mercy.
He's coming.
Who's coming?
Totenkopf.
A world you can't imagine.
How do we get past those machines?
Leave that to me.
Joe!
I see it! Here we go. Rolling. Take two. Action.
This film, it's a healthy mix of action, science fiction, adventure, comedy, romance in the genre of Flash Gordon, Indiana Jones. It's got robots and airplanes and battles under the ocean.
Get ready to make a run for it. It has all those elements of really classic 1930s, 1940s films. Heroicism and mystery, but it also has this amazing modern edge to it.
I don't think anybody's ever seen anything like it. I think people were just really fascinated by the way it looks because it looks so amazing and it's such a great story. You're heading straight down. You're gonna kill us.
I know what I'm doing, just hold on! The whole film had to be made like no film had ever been made before.
My God, what is this?
Every scene was kind of handcrafted. Every single shot is visual effects.
What's unique about this film is that it's a retro sci-fi piece. It's unlike anything you've seen, and I thought there was a chance here to do something actually quite amazing.
Calling Sky Captain. Come in, Sky Captain.
Sky Captain is the action hero played by Jude Law.
This is Sky Captain. I'm on my way.
He's an old-fashioned flying hero who basically spends his time putting out fires all over the world.
Pre-World War II, there was a group of mercenaries called the Flying Tigers. Sky Captain's essentially the guy that ran the Flying Tigers, and to some extent, he was the best of this group.
Captain Dex, do you read me?
Hang on, Dex, I'm a little busy.
Sky Captain's almost sort of like a pre-World War II American James Bond. He would be used in a capacity that they wouldn't send the troops in on.
Editor Paley.
Mr. Paley, it's me, Polly.
Polly, what's going on?
Dig up anything you can on a Dr. Walter Jennings. I play a woman named Polly Perkins. She's a reporter. And in the beginning, she's following a story about these famous scientists that keep disappearing. You said you knew who was next.
Me? He's coming for me.
And while she's in pursuit of the last scientist, giant robots attack Manhattan. And she makes a connection between the missing scientist and the robots.
The scientist. Where is he now?
We're in this together, right, Joe? She needs Sky Captain to help her unravel the mystery, to find where all this evil is coming from, and stop it at the same time.
Polly Perkins, I've heard so much about you. It's a pleasure to finally meet the competition.
Angelina Jolie. She plays Frankie Cook, a naval aviatrix. She commands a fleet of all-female aviators who, like Sky Captain, patrols the sky for the best interest of mankind.
This had better be important, or one of us is in trouble. She knows Jude's character, Sky Captain, from a few years ago, and we're not exactly sure what happened, whether they were madly in love or whether they nearly killed each other, but they have a past. Enemy target spotted 4 points to the right. Look sharp.
Here we go. Rolling.
As the director, I think part of Carrey's dream with this thing was almost, in essence, to have a studio in your garage.
Action.
You know, you get all the tools at your disposal, and you go make a movie.
Dex!
He wanted to shoot the entire movie on blue screen and composite it basically on a Mac, on the same computer that however many millions of people have. He was going to make a movie. And that's what we did.
We're shooting here at the George Lucas stage in London, where he shot the first Star Wars and the Indiana Jones, and it was a favourite of his. And we're here with perhaps the next stage in blue screen filmmaking.
Action, please.
And I'd never shot a film like it. The whole thing had to be made on blue screen. In a way, like a theatre, like an empty space in a theatre.
They have to imagine this world that hasn't yet been created. There literally is nothing for them to play against.
It demanded of the actors to fill in, literally, a blank. Because in some cases, there was nothing there.
In a funny way, the kind of film it is benefited from us having to play around. It was like being kids playing, you know, in a kitchen, pretending that the sofa's a boat and the TV's an alien. It was absolutely taking that kind of make-believe to the nth degree.
It allowed us to do a lot of different things. The type of film this is, in terms of the fantastic nature of it, we can achieve things much more easily.
We were surrounded by blue, and it makes it totally limitless. They can set it wherever they like. They can put all kinds of effects and scenery in the scene.
Everything was to be added afterwards, with the exception of a very few environments and key props that you pick up and actually use.
On this film, we tried to use the rule of thumb, like anything that someone really physically interacts with, it's real. And then if we don't need it on set, then it's not there. Some things, like with Gwyneth slipping off the wing of the airplane, and she actually puts her foot on the tire of the P-40. We didn't actually have the tire of the P-40 there. I just put a blue box there. I knew we would create that digitally later. But as long as I knew the tire of the P-40 was 18 inches higher, I could just put an 18-inch box there, and, you know, she would basically physically be interacting with it.
It's strange, but they do have a lot of graphics and a lot of things you can look at to reference, so you can imagine yourself in a situation or a place.
Because it was so different, because the time we had to kind of shoot it was so limited, I knew there was going to be problems, things that we didn't expect to happen. But we figured them out before we actually started shooting.
Well, essentially, we've made the movie twice, because in order to be prepared for London, where we're going to shoot the actors, we made the show in animatic form, and then went to London and replaced all the live action with Gwyneth and Jude and Angelina and everyone else.
Carrie kind of had a cartoon already of what the whole film was. We get to watch a scene already done on computer before we step in and do it ourselves, which is great because it's all edited. They know exactly what shots they need. I mean, thank God for the animatic version that give you a sense of what it's going to look like. So it's not only just acting to a big blue cavern.
Eileen plays the mysterious woman.
I don't want to hurt you.
She's a very, very effective emissary for the powers of evil.
Nobody really knows where she comes from, what kind of power she really has, and how much damage she can do. But I think it's great that I got to play her to kick Jude Law's butt. You know, it's fun. I'm an obstacle for him. But underneath, I think I'm attracted to him. And the fighting is kind of fun and sexy to my character. And he's very funny, too.
How do you want to do this?
There's so much fighting with Jude Law, and he's very graceful, actually. And he's very brave. One time we rehearsal, I have this big, big stick. I said, I don't want to hurt you. He said, just go for it. So, boom! I hurt him on the forehead. I said, are you okay? Just the sound so loud. He said, it's okay. So sometimes you have to be careful, but also you have to just go for it.
All the way through the whole film, there's an innocence to it. There's a sort of a good humor to it. We're able to slightly wink at the audience, tongue-in-cheek it, whether it's Sky Captain's apparent sort of persona as a hero who's also dealing with stomach ulcers, or inventions not quite working.
Dex, try shaking.
We have bigger-than-life characters, so the very situation demands humor.
Okay, no, go straight. No, go
Wait!
back there. There's a lot of comedy in the way that Sky Captain and Polly interact with each other.
I could use a little more warning next time.
And a lot of tension ensues between them, sexual and otherwise. How you been, Joe? Miss me?
Get out.
It has kind of that Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn-esque dynamic. You're not still mad at me, are you? They were in a relationship for a long time and had a bad falling out.
Oh, great, we all made up.
This bickering at its heart is, did he cheat on her?
Who was she, Joe? What was her name?
Never happened. Did she sabotage his airplane?
I didn't sabotage your lousy airplane.
Fine.
Our last moments on Earth, and this is all you have to say to me?
Could we just for once die without all this bickering?
You know from the get-go that these are two people who are mad for each other and will hopefully ultimately get together. But on the way there, they're going to bash the hell out of each other and they're going to wind each other up and they're going to provoke each other.
Thanks for saving my life today, by the way.
Oh. Were you down there?
You missed me too. How nice. I felt so honored to be a part of the film, and I was so excited by the possibility of doing something completely new and kind of reinventing a genre.
It's not just another big effects movie. I think it's like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity to be involved with something that looks this different and is willing to take the chances that this movie's taking.
I think a lot of people don't make this much effort in films anymore.
What was appealing was this world that Carrie had created. I've never seen anyone who's used the technology we know we have at our fingertips in the computer this artfully, this gracefully, and with this much style.
For once in your life, will you just trust me? Go left.
It's a dead end.
That's not supposed to be there.
I think Jude and I will be the first in line. Me, Jude, and Gwyneth will be the first to buy tickets.
Hold on.